This is the Dallas Morning News. It's Monday, February 2nd. Sunny and pleasant today with a high of 66. Clouds and a little windy this evening with a low of 52. Here are today's headlines. Democrats cheered Sunday after flipping a North Texas state Senate seat long seen as safely Republican, while GOP leaders scrambled to brush off the upset. Taylor Rehmet's victory Saturday shocked expectations as the 33-year-old Air Force veteran and union leader pulled off a double-digit victory in a district that favored President Donald Trump by 17 percentage points in 2024. The upset rippled quickly beyond Texas, drawing praise from national Democratic leaders who cast the result as a sign of trouble for Republicans as midterms campaigns heat up. Democratic National Committee Chair Ken Martin said that the disastrous Republican agenda is hurting working families in Texas and across the country, which is why voters in red, blue, and purple districts are putting their faith in candidates like Taylor Rehmet. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick said the runoff was a wake-up call for the GOP in Texas. The Fort Worth area Senate seat has been held by Republicans since the early 1990s. In other news, with 4 months left before the FIFA World Cup arrives in North Texas, Dallas officials say transportation coordination, community engagement, and fair park activations are moving into high gear. Assistant City Manager Robin Bentley said the city is coordinating with regional partners and Dallas area rapid transit on World Cup transportation. That includes pedestrian routes and alternative mobility options linking Arlington matches with Dallas events, such as the Fair Park Fan Fest. A regional transportation plan will be submitted to FIFA by the end of March. Residents and groups are being directed to the North Texas FWC Organizing Committee's Community Playbook at dallasfwc26.com for volunteer, business, and other opportunities. The city also has shared a list of Dallas area businesses and advocacy groups with FIFA to connect local firms to tournament-related work. And city officials are exploring World Cup-related activities at Fair Park and nearby South Dallas areas with a focus on community benefit and economic opportunity. Park staff will assess additional spaces, including the Midway, and potential programming with existing tenants. And it's been 1 year since the infamous stunning trade that sent Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers. As basketball fans take a look back at the deal a year later and look at where it left the Mavericks, longtime NBA reporter Mark Stein published a lengthy story on his Substack page, still trying to make sense of the deal. Stein spoke to Mavericks minority owner Mark Cuban for the story, and Cuban was very frank about his thoughts on the Doncic trade, saying, "It was a mistake, and I wish they would have spoken to me first. The people responsible for that deal are, for the most part, gone, which I think was necessary." Of course, the main person he is referring to is former general manager Nico Harrison, who traded Doncic, faced immense backlash for the deal, and was ultimately fired just 9 months after making the stunning trade. The reason Harrison was able to swing the deal without Cuban's blessing was he got the sign-off from new majority owner Patrick Dumont. Cuban sold the team to Las Vegas billionaire Miriam Adelson, who is Dumont's mother-in-law, but later said he fully expected to still run basketball operations after the sale. That's not what ultimately played out, though, and Dumont allowed the trade to happen. Now, with Harrison out, Cuban is back in the fold as an advisor to Dumont to help navigate the post-Doncic era. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. And don't forget to check out the Dallas Morning News Rewards program for our virtual events. For more info on upcoming events, please visit rewards.dallasnews.com. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from the Dallas Morning News.